Hello everybody, my name is Rose, and in today's video we're checking out a brand new add-on called Supplementaries. And hey, thanks to developers for giving me early access to this add-on so that I can have this video ready for release day. Supplementaries is an add-on that adds useful and attractive content that fits naturally with the vanilla Minecraft playstyle, and I'm really excited to show it with you guys because I played this before. Well, not exactly this, but I've played Supplementaries mod on Java before, and there are a lot of similar things. Not everything from the Java mod is in this version, but it's a really good start, and I'm super excited to share it with you. The handybook is divided into a couple different topics. We have Redstone, functional blocks, building, tools, food, tweaks, and an about section. In tweaks, you can see a bunch of vanilla Minecraft things that have brand new functions with this add-on. Clicking on a clock will now tell you your time of day, and clicking on a compass will tell you your coordinates. You can now place lanterns on the sides of walls. Soul lanterns and the original lanterns seem to be working, however copper lanterns are not at the moment. You can now place down books. You can place them down and stack them up like that, or you can stack them upright like so. You can now place sticks. And you can kind of make your own little fence, or you can use them to hold onto your torches. You can have them crisscross applesauce and have them kind of connect together if they're facing in the same way. So let's see if we can get this, and perfect. You can now rake your gravel with a hoe. Depending on which area you're facing is which way that the gravel will kind of rake. There are these little curved pieces, so it will take you a while to kind of like get them together, but you can make some nice little fun designs. You can now make a variety of different kinds of candies with this add-on, like chocolate, marshmallows, candy, lollipop, candy apple, and chocolate milk. You can also turn sugar into sugar cubes and make blocks of sugar. These candy foods don't provide nutrition directly, but will heal you instantly. However, if you eat too many too quickly, you will feel nauseated. Marshmallows can be cooked on a campfire, and there's a couple different variants, and they work with both the Soulfire one and the original. We made lightly toasted ones. You can also make golden ones and burnt ones. You can now make cheese with this add-on, which I'm actually super excited for, paying the cheese tax. But you can go ahead and put milk inside of a cauldron, like so, and over time it will turn into cheese. Let's go ahead and place milk here, and it'll ferment, and it might take a couple Minecraft days, but you can get all the cheese. And using cheese and a crafting table, you can go ahead and make yourself a cheese wheel. Placing down a cheese wheel is similar to cake, where you can go ahead and eat a slice at a time. We can now make pancakes and stack them up to a variety of different sizes, and even use different types of syrup. So this is the recipe for pancakes, and we can go ahead and stack them up on the surface. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then you can start making another stack. Double stacks of pancakes, oh my gosh. So you can use honey, you can use chocolate, and even berry on your pancakes, and those look very yummy and delicious, and you can go ahead and eat them one stack at a time, like so, and even the ones with the syrups on them. And it looks like our cheese is ready. Now let's look at the tools that we can make, and we can make a variety of different ones for different reasons, and they're all really fun. And let's go ahead and craft them so you guys can see the recipes. So we can make a wrench, we can make soap, we can make slingshot, we can make confetti poppers, we can make bombs, and we can make bubble blowers. You can also turn soap into a block of soap. You can use a wrench to change the directions of different blocks. So let's go ahead and test it out now. We got some terracotta. We got quartz. Sticky piston. It even works on little golem guys, which is really cute. Turn them around in a circle. You can also use them on the new shelves, and the items will stay inside. And it works with item frames, and the item also will stay. You can use the bombs to create small explosions, and they won't do any damage to blocks. However, there are a couple things, like small plants and brittle blocks, that are excluded from this, but everything in here should be fine. So let's blow it up. Yeah! Blow it up! Blow it up! Let's see if we can test it on some plants. Rose bushes. Let's see. Oh! Rose bushes are not strong. Oh no. But it doesn't look like they actually break the bushes. You can find them down here. They did kind of push them pretty far away, which is pretty impressive. But next we're going to look at the slingshot. And the slingshot will throw different blocks that you have in your inventory. So let's see what it's going to throw. We got a couple different things. And, ooh, okay, so it threw ash. Let's see if I throw it out, if it'll throw something else. Yeah. Oh, that's dangerous. That's real dangerous. But yeah, if you throw block with your slingshot and it lands in a place that it can actually be placed, you can place things, and that's kind of scary. You could place TNT, and if it hit like redstone, that might be a problem. Let's throw out the redstone and see what it will use next. Oh, the soap blocks, yeah. Get soaked. You can use the confetti poppers to celebrate. It is a one-time use though. But yeah, really cute and fun. You can use soap to actually wash off colored blocks and wax blocks and more. So let's go ahead and test it out right now. We have a bunch of colored blocks here. We got wool, powder, concrete, and terracotta. So if you just use it on the white wool, it won't do anything, but if you use it on the colored wool, it will wash off the colors. So that is really cool to see. And yeah, with this one, it turns it back into not white, because white's not the original. It turns it back there. But yeah, really cool to see. A lot of fun. You kind of mess around here and wash everything. And I like the bubbles too. It also works with wax blocks, so you can unwax all these. Even works with like these statues. If you want to unwax them. And I just love the bubble animation. And speaking of bubble animation, we also have a bubble blower where you can blow your own bubbles. It does take durability though, so it's not infinite, but you can always make more. But yeah, you can bring the power of bubbles wherever you go. Hey, I just noticed if you click on things with the book that have to do with this add-on, it'll give you a description on it. So that is really cool. It'll teach you about cheese, or the gold doors, or even the chalk sticks, which is the next topic we're going to talk about, because we are going to be looking at all of the building categories, and chalks is the first one. And here are a list of all the other items that we're about to talk about. But yeah, really excited to talk about some chalk. So let's go ahead and hop in here. So chalk comes in every single Minecraft color. Very nice. To make chalk, you're going to need a bunch of calcite. And once you have some calcite in the dye of your choice, you can make some chalk. So you can make some black chalk. You get 4 pieces for one crafting recipe, like so. And chalk can be used on any block. And there are 4 symbols for each color. Unfortunately, you can't get every single symbol with each color. Each one has a set, so I did put all of them out so you can see what each color can actually make. But you can use the colors together to, you know, convey some knowledge if you wanted to, or some graffiti maybe even. It's really cool decoration blocks. But yeah, what a cool idea. So let's look at the colors that we got and chalk up some stuff. We can go ahead and use that on here. We can do that, and then you can click on this to change through the different ones that you have, like so. I like the way the pink looks. It's really bright, but I might just like pink I don't know, but there we go. So yeah, really awesome. And if you do use the soap on chalk, it will remove it and turn it into white chalk. It will take away the color like so, but it won't remove the chalk altogether. Next, we're going to talk about awnings. So there's awnings for each color too, just like the chalk, and I have been using them in this display building over here. And here are all the awnings out together, all of the different types of colors, and they all have unique little fronts to them too. Not all of them are the same. And I like all the colors and patterns. I think it's really cool, and it's going to be a lot of fun to use for building. And if you were to fall on awnings, you will jump for a little bit with them. They're a little bit bouncy. You are taking a little bit of damage though, so you have to be careful, but yeah, that's a pretty cool feature. Maybe use that for something. You can now turn your excess gems into bricks. We got lapis, redstone, glowstone, emerald, diamond, and amethyst. In here are what all the blocks look like out here. You can display your riches and show everybody how rich you are with your blocks of diamonds. You can make empty flower pots with planks and dirt, and these empty flower pots can be placed on the ground, on the walls, and even on the ceilings. Perfect for decorating purposes. And here are all that you can use to decorate the flower pots, and they're so cool. Even like vines and tall flowers, things that you normally can't even put in flower pots, now have the options. Like, look at this rose bush flower pot, yes please, sunflower, and we have 3 more options that we can do, like lilacs, peonies, and large ferns. If you want to get your flowers back, all you have to do is right click on them with an empty hand and you can go ahead and pick them back up. You can craft ceramic slabs, blocks, and stairs for your roofs with different colored terracotta. And these look really cool, not even just for roofs. I got a lot of ideas for them, and I really love the color scheme that they got going on. And here's what they look like out. We got these slabs in the front, the caps in the middle, and these stairs in the back. And yeah, the color scheme is looking real nice. And something special you might be able to see with the caps, all of them have special designs on the tops of them, and they are directional, so you could place them on the side and use any of these caps designs for your builds for anything special. But yeah, here's a nice good look at each and every single one of them, and they look really cool. I use them in the builds in the beginning of the video, but so many different options. You can make special candle holders in this color and in the gold variant. And all you need is just Minecraft candles in either iron or gold. And these candles are really special. You can place them on the ground or you can place them on the walls, and they can stack up to 4 in each block, like so. And you can use flint and steel to light them up. There we go. And you can also put them on the ceilings and make some really fancy chandeliers. And they also stack up to 4. And you can light them with flint and steel as well. And if you want to turn them off, you can use a shovel and whack at them. And eventually, as you can see, they start to go out. It's not immediate. I thought it was broken, but no, it just takes some time to kind of whittle away. Here are all the different types of candles with all of their Minecraft colors in each of the 2 variants. And it'll be a lot of fun to build with these and have candlelight light up your world. And on the topic of lighting, we have braziers and soul braziers, and both of these can be turned on with flint and steel. We also have soul sconce and a normal sconce, and you can use these for decorative purposes and lighting up. They also can be turned off with a shovel, just like the candles, but it seems like they're a lot faster. You can also craft stone lamps. You can craft deep slate lamps and blackstone lamps and endstone lamps. And next up, we're going to talk about ash. And these blocks are pretty cool, and they got a lot of different things going with them. They have a chance to drop from burning mobs. They also spawn naturally in the basalt delta in the nether. And these ones you can pick up with the shovels, and like snow, You can kind of stack them up and layer them. They will wash away in the rain though, so be careful. But they are used in a couple different crafting recipes like ash bricks and ash slabs, and also a crafting recipe to make some soap. And for more building blocks, I'm going to place together this right here, which is called fine wood. And you can place it like that, or you can place it that way too. And this is going to be used to make fancy cabins. There's also the slab variant. So very nice. We have thatch block and thatch slabs. We have feather block and soap, which we kind of talked about before. We have flint block and a flax bale. A sugar cube, which we talked about before. We have a block of chocolate. We have new stone tiles and the slab variant. Also black stone tiles and the slab variant for that. There's also a checkered brick block and the slab variant. And this is the ash slab that you can make out of ash bricks from the ash. And these blocks right here, I'm so excited for. So we have wattle and daub. So this is just the daub, and this is the wattle and daub frame, the wattle and daub brace, and the wattle and daub cross brace. And I absolutely love these blocks. I'm definitely going to be building a very nice village with these, and I use them for demonstration purposes in the beginning of the video to make those cute little village places. I am in love. These are very nice. 10 out of 10. And the last block in the building category is the pedestal block, which might be one of the most amazing things. With this add-on, you can craft it with polished basalt and amethyst shards. And with this block, you can place it down and place other items in it. And it will spin around like a nice little showcase. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. I am in love. That's gonna be so useful. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't look like it worked with name tags. I don't know what happened to that name tag. Okay, there it is. Okay, so it doesn't appear, but you can click it and get it back in your inventory. Same with these. If you want your diamond back, you can just click on that. Name tags aren't appearing. Let's see if it works with this door. Yeah, you could make it like a Home Depot. You want to like showcase your doors. Very nice. Let's see if it works with the bubble blower. Yes. Nice. Does it work with the bucket of axolotl? It does. Oh my gosh. And I am using actions and stuff. Resource packs. So that's why it looks like a cute little dude in there. Oh my gosh. It's like a little amusement park for axolotl buddies. But this is an amazing block. Oh my gosh. So nice to be able to display a bunch of stuff and have it nice and spinning around. I could just sit here and watch it for a long time. But yeah, pedestal block, 12 out of 10. And now we're moving on to the functional block category, and there's many different types of things in here, and we're gonna check them all out. Next up for functional blocks, we have bamboo spikes, and it looks like maybe we have a volunteer? Sir, come back. No? Llama, do you want to volunteer? Well, anyways, it causes damage. It is painful. Very, very painful. And you can put different potion effects on them and give them different effects. So that one was like wither. And there's all different types that you can do. Look at the webbing one. Somebody was over here during the staging process and made that appear. But yeah, all the different like harmful potion effects you can get with these. Perfect for your mob grinders or defense for your house. You want to defend your house. You keep all the baddies out. Very nice. And so many different types that you can make. Next are presents, and you can make just a normal present or one for each Minecraft color. And with these, this would be really fun if you're playing like in a realm. You can go ahead and put an item in there and say if you want to give it to anybody or someone specific that's on your realm or somebody else. And you can put in their player name, but I'm just playing by myself at the moment, so we'll do anyone. And when you put an item inside, it'll get a nice little top on it. And you can go ahead and right click and it'll pop open and it looks like you can reuse it. We love recycling. So we put soap in that one. Oh, it washed it. No. Okay, so if you use soap, can't put soap. No soap for anyone's anniversary or anything. It looks like it just washes the color out. We put a block of gold in there. Nice. Honey block. Does it work with stacks? Here's a stack of emeralds. It does work with a stack. Nice. Stack of beacons. Nice. It's really cool. I love how they get the tops on them when they have something inside of them. And here are all the other colors. Very, very cute. And next up we have jars, and jars can hold a variety of different items, and they can hold up to 12 of each. So we can put cookies in here. We can put water. We can put milk, chocolate milk, lava, or honey bottles in here, which is very nice. And you can use bottles to go ahead and get it back out, or you can use buckets to get it back out as well. Except for cookies. Cookies you just eat if you want. But yeah, really cool. I hope they add more things, like maybe slime. I would love to see XP bottles in here. I think that would look really pretty in jars. But yeah, I love the idea of having those in there. And a little cookie jar, and you can eat your cookie because it's so yummy and delicious. You can now find pumice in the nether as well, in addition to ash. And this right here is scorching pumice. So if you put normal pumice by lava, it will kind of act like a sponge and suck it up and turn it into that scorching variant right there. Here's what it looks like when it's not scorching. And you can also make a polish variant too for building purposes. And the book says that if you use the scorching pumice and put it next to water or ice, it will cool it down back into normal pumice. And using scorching pumice with bellows that are activated with redstone will be very painful if you get close enough to it like so. Oh my gosh. But if you use a wet sponge, that will shoot out water and that can cool you down with the bellows. And also normal bellows will just push you away. You can now craft iron gates and place them down, and they work very similar just to normal gates that you would have, but if you stack them up together, all of them will open at once, and you can make some really cool looking doors that way, which I think is really nice. It can be kind of tricky to stack them, but shifting can help. There you go. And open them all at once. There's a brand new crop called flax, and you can find flax in urns, which are these items right here, underground, or there's a small chance to get seeds from breaking too tall grass. With these flax, you can get the seeds, you can make flax and make flax bales. You can also use flax for other crafting recipes like string, rope, and for awnings. I like using the pedestals, those are so cool. So here are the awning recipes. You need 3 flax and 2 pieces of stick to make the base, and then you can add colors for all the other colors as well. For string, you can now use 1 flax to make 1 piece of string, and for rope, you can use 3 flax like this to make 6 rope. We can now make cushions and sit on any type of block that we want. So to make the cushions, we just need to use 3 pieces of wool. And it works for all Minecraft colors. And you can make your own cushion and you can set it down on a block. It even works on half slabs too, so you can make some really unique custom chairs if you wanted to, which I think is pretty cool. And here is what all of them look like. You can't do the fast sitting though. Sometimes with chairs, for some reason I'm not able to really turn. But with other add-ons, I know I can just like click here and just like go in the row. It doesn't work like that, but you can sit on them and they look really cute. I like the designs on them. And they come in every single Minecraft color for all of your sitting needs. We can now make hat stands to display all of our hats. So in order to craft these, we are going to need wooden planks and smooth stone slabs, and you can craft yourself a hat stand. With these, you can place down all of your hats. So we got a leather hat. Ooh! So one thing I noticed, okay, there it is, it's pink. Ooh, so that might be an issue. It was a pink hat. So if I shift click, I can get the hat back. So it does stay pink. Okay. Interesting. But it doesn't display pink, so I don't know if that's a bug or something, but that's something right there. But we can use copper, chainmail, iron, gold, diamond. And I am using actions and stuff right now, so the turtle helmets look extra special. And sometimes a little turtle guy will pop out. So we'll have to wait and see. Yep, there he comes. He's coming out. Little turtle guy. If you hit it with your right hand, it'll wiggle around any of your hat stands, which is funny. And they are kind of directional, so you can kind of place them like you would armor stands. So it's kind of facing on a diagonal if you place it that way. Or if you were to place it like straight on, you can have it straight. Like so. But yeah, pretty cute. Display all your hats. Make yourself a nice little hat store. Ooh, it'd be cool to get all the hats and get armor trims and stuff. And display all the trims that you found with the hats. Oh, and I just noticed there might be a bug with this. Because it gives me a hat. I think it's duplicating. So it puts a hat on me and also on the hat stand. And we get infinite hats. Does it work for the diamond hat? Let's see. I don't have any on my head right now. Okay, oh, okay. So that might be an issue right there. Not exactly sure. It looks like there's a little bit of a duplication glitch going on. We can get infinite hats. Infinite hats. Ooh, okay. Hopefully they can fix that. There are globes that you can go ahead and spin around, and when you click on it, it will tell you your coordinates, just like the compass. There's this version, and there's also this version too. And it says that the globes will kind of change their look depending on what world you're in, so that's pretty cool out there. There's also a functioning clock block that you can actually make, and it tells the time of the world that you're in. I have time moving turned off right now, so it's always noon, but if it was a different time, it would say something else, and the hand will move around. And this is the back of the clock block, and you can kind of see the gears spinning around too. It also makes the clock noise. Now it's time to check out the Redstone devices! So this video is getting kind of long, so we'll go over them briefly, but maybe in the future we'll do a more dedicated video for all things Redstone with this add-on. But first up we have the turntable, which turns the rotation. Direction can be toggled on and off with Redstone. So we have some examples over here. So this is powered and it's turning around this quartz, observer, and this pulley that we have in front of it. And it's powered by Redstone. We turn off the levers, they will turn off. And then powered again. Change the rotation. Very cool. Next up we have the bellows, and these can be used with Redstone. When they're powered, they will puff out air. So just by itself, it will push you along, or animals or other entities. But if you put a wet sponge in front of it, it will have water. And if you put the the pumice that has been in lava, it will set you on fire. So this set you on fire, but the water over here will cool you off. So really cool to see that. Next we have the pulley system, which it needs to be working with the right direction, but it will move ropes around. Let's get a wrench. I was playing around with this. Let's see if we can turn this on. We have it the right way, it will move the rope to the other side. And if the rope were to actually touch a block, it would pull it with it. Let's try it out here. And then if we use the wrench, yeah, it moves the block that way. So there's probably some really cool things that you can do with this pulley system and some ropes. Next we have a speaker, which you can go ahead and click on this and type in a message, and the volume will be the distance of blocks that this message will be heard. And if it were to be activated with Redstone, it will have a nice little message that pops up on the top of your screen. So that is really cool. You can do all kinds of things, and if you're on a realm, leave messages with your friends, or maybe even have like it set up to a doorbell, or just other different things, or notification boards, things like that. So I think that's a lot of fun. Next up we have faucets. Faucets when next to like a chest or a jar or something like that and turned on, it will start bringing out the items that are inside of that. It also works with liquid as well. And you can go ahead and turn that off like so. And over here we have flint block. And this is an iron block. So if a flint block and an iron block touch each other, they will go ahead and make fire, which is pretty cool. So you can have some fire activation that way. And then over here is a ram block. And when a ram block is used with a piston, it will break the block in front of it. As long as it's breakable. I'm assuming it probably won't work with like obsidian or something like that, or bedrock. But this is just a normal piston. And it breaks that log like so. Or this is actually a sticky piston, so it will break the ram. And you can go ahead and have like a system set up, a block breaker. And it does work with a normal piston, which is what this one is. But of course it will break that block, and then the ram block will just stay where it was. But yeah, there's a lot of fun things that you can do with this. A nice little block breaker. And next up we have gold doors and gold trapdoors. So when they are activated by redstone, they become locked. And if they don't have any redstone around them, you can go ahead and open and close them. But if I were to put this redstone by it, I can no longer open this door. So you can do some really fun things, locking your doors and trapdoors, or having them being unlocked at certain times. So that is really fun to see, and probably a lot of fun things you can make with that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope it was useful for you. I had so much fun playing around with this, and definitely want to spend more time using this add-on. I think it's really high quality. The only real bug we found was with the hat stands, and hopefully they can fix that in the future. But yeah, definitely enjoyed this add-on quite a lot, and I'm excited for it to be finally out on the Minecraft Marketplace. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!